clashes have reportedly happened over shifting of some persons at a quarantine center at Churulia area of Asansol in West Bengal. Locals protested against shifting the patient and started attacking police personnel who were there on duty. Let's go across to Sreshi, who is joining me live for more inputs on this story. Sreshi, give us details about this incident. Once again, frontline COVID warriors being attacked for simply doing their work.
Absolutely, Preeti. Very scary visuals there coming in from Asansol. This is under Jamuria police station in Asansol when the police and administration reached Churulia village to quarantine around 5 to 6 locals over there at the center that has been set up by the state government. The locals started protesting. They hurled crude bombs and started stone pelting at the police officers, refusing to go with the administration. Of course, the administration has been vigilant. They have been taking suspected COVID-19 patients into the quarantine center set up by the state government. But of course, what unfolded in Churulia village is there on the screen. Crude bombs were hurled. There was stone pelting. Police personnel were attacked. At least 27 police personnel have been injured in these clashes that have broken out in Churulia in Asansol. And thereafter, even locals have been also injured in these clashes. Police had to resort to tear gas shelling to contain the situation, but on ground the situation still remains tense. Police who have been injured have been shifted to the local hospital for immediate first aid, but of course the situation on ground, as you can see, is not under control at the moment. Locals are not cooperating with the police and the administration, who are trying to take them to quarantine centers because they have symptoms and they are suspected COVID-19 carriers. And of course, we've seen across the country how COVID
What exactly is the reason behind these clashes with the police personnel? Why do these people not want to go to quarantine centers? Are they complaining of not being taken care of properly at the quarantine centers? Or what exactly is the problem? Is there a lack of understanding, or simply people don't want to obey?
Well, of course, there is a lack of understanding, and this is not a standalone report that is coming in from Asansol. Last night as well, there were clashes in another part of the Jharkhand-Asansol border, where protesters came out in large numbers and burnt tires as well. That was happening last night. Police administration has been vigilant, but these locals are they are refusing to go and cooperate with the state administration to go into these quarantine centers. Secondly, the locals are protesting that these quarantine centers which have been set up are close to the villages, and they are panicking that it might lead to a spread of COVID-19 in their local areas because the quarantine centers are placed in such populated areas of the place. And that's why the protests have been ongoing, and now the situation, of course, has completely gone out of control, because we can see that 27 police personnel at least have been injured in these clashes in under the Jamuria police station there in Asansol.
Right. Thanks very much, Reshi, for tracking all those inputs for us. But it's an extremely unfortunate story once again coming in from a part of country where COVID warriors are being attacked for basically just doing their duty. And that's something that we all must at any cost avoid. With that,